All right, it's connecting. Close. All right. So if you go to JadaTV.com, you'll be able to see us streaming. We're streaming. Hey everyone, we're streaming on Facebook. We're streaming on Twitch. We're streaming on YouTube. Welcome to JadaTV.
Hello, everybody.
I'm gonna wait
wait
a minute just to make sure everything's on. Okay,
wait a minute.
That looks on. JadaTV. Waiting for it to connect. Yeah, it's working. Everything's working.
So let's start.
All right.
All right.
One second. Hello. I'm Dana Blickensderfer, one of the hosts, and Jonathan Shimon tonight. And tonight is the pilot episode of JadaTV. Welcome.
This is amazing. And today we have Maurice Lucky from Osme. Now, what is JadaTV? JadaTV is an art-centric online show dedicated to inspiring, showcasing, and informing the art world of all things related to contemporary art. JadaTV airs weekly to bring exciting news, conversations on the risqué, the fringe, the trendy, and the unexpected, as well as discussions of matters of the utmost social significance.
Awesome. We're going to have some fun. That's for sure.
For sure.
But first, on our JadaTV, we want to do an icebreaker with our guests up here. So what we're going to do is, does everyone have a blindfold with them? Or
I'll have to close my eyes.
Some sort of device to cover their eyes. So we're going to take 2 minutes to do an icebreaker for those of you watching. We pre-wrote some interesting risque things to draw in here that we're going to draw out of the cup, and then we're going to have 2 minutes to draw it blindfolded, and we'll see what happens. So
all right, let me get my
Okay.
all right, so I didn't cheat, but I wrote them all out.
Don't cheat, Dana. Don't pick the ones you like.
So we have to draw a penis. No,
What?
Penis nose.
Are you serious?
So we have to draw a penis and
No, a penis nose.
Okay, both as one?
Yes. It's
That's
we
ridiculous.
combo things like uneven boobs. It's a wild night. So penis boobs, you guys don't think penis nose, don't think about it too hard.
Oh
Okay,
man.
cool.
Oh my.
Okay.
All right.
So let me get
Do we show what we're drawing as we draw, or
if you can, that would be ideal. But
Oh.
it's gonna be interesting. So I'm gonna put the timer on. So
Okay.
I just started.
all right, let's get started.
Okay,
Close our eyes.
Okay, yes, close your eyes.
Oh man.
But I can't even see
Okay.
I can't even. Penis nose. Can you guys see what I'm doing? I don't even know.
I cannot see anything.
You can't? Because it doesn't come into the screen.
No, because my eyes are closed.
I'm putting the eyes where the other stuff is. This should be fun. Oh my god, this is the longest 2 minutes ever. Okay. I did not do a good job.
Okay,
But you guys should have this. You guys,
I'm done.
you're quiet
I'm
over
done.
there. You're done?
Uh,
All right, let's see.
Oh
Mine looks
my.
like an eggplant.
Okay, how many?
Okay, who's gonna show theirs first?
We got 40 seconds left. Okay. Well, does mine come in?
I think we gotta get really close to the camera.
it's farther.
Or far.
Can you see it?
Oh my, then what? You guys are insane.
Oh, that's really good. Maurice wins. Wait,
Look
you
at
have to
mine.
get back up. Put it in front of your face, maybe.
Oh no, nobody can see mine.
It's too.
Here.
It's like
Wait.
it's like you can't see it. So the paper.
You can't see it at all.
The paper is so big.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah, maybe. It's recognizing it as the background.
That's hilarious.
Mine looks
Hold on.
like mine looks
Look,
like
look.
Oh, there's the timer. Mine looks like a horse.
Okay. Anyways, mine looks like a penis nose, and it was the best one.
I'm sure you're the artist, so maybe.
That's great that you couldn't see mine. It's so embarrassing. Who suggested this?
You.
Oh my god. No way.
Well, that was the fun icebreaker. So next,
So everybody, Maurice is the owner of Osme, and his perfumery, I would say, is located at Wynwood, which is at the Art District of Miami. Maybe Maurice can introduce his what he does a little bit better. We would love to hear from the man himself.
yeah, the man of the
Tell
hour.
us, Maurice, a little bit about you and what you have, what you do here in Miami.
So what I do is curate hard to find pieces of perfume from around the world. Things that you wouldn't normally go into your typical Gucci or Prada store.
Wow.
Not fashion perfumes. So perfumes that have a little bit more depth.
So cool.
Sorry.
Perfume houses that the only thing that they do is make perfumes. Like we have one brand that has been around since the 1700s.
Are you serious?
Wow.
The 1700s?
Since the 1700s, and the only thing that they do is make perfume. So they call that niche, where
Niche.
a company that only does one thing and they do it well.
Wow.
Um,
Where's that one from?
That particular one is called Florist. It's actually from London,
Wow.
Amazing,
and they have a
amazing.
very long history of making perfumes for some very important people.
That sounds.
So cool.
Yeah,
Well, let's.
but it's go ahead.
No, I can't wait to see that one. I hope that's on one of the views that we're gonna have lucky enough to see tonight.
Maybe it's these perfumes kind of take a different direction. It's almost like intertwined with art.
Mm-hmm.
So let me give you like a prime example. There's one perfume, the name of it is Coven, and you may say to yourself, okay, it's just another perfume when you look at the bottle, but when you take it up and spray it, it smells like earth
Wow.
and potatoes, and there's a story behind it. The owner of the brand, her dad was a potato farmer. She wanted to make a perfume to remind her of her dad, so she made that. So it's like, drugging her memory back to a place where that smell reminds her of her father, and in a sense, that is art.
So it's all. So what this perfume is doing is tapping into a place where there's memory, because as we know, the sensorial, the sense of smell is I think the most connected to memory, right?
Yes, your olfactive senses, especially smell, is the strongest and the one that will stay with you the longest.
Amazing. So what this lady is doing is she wants to remember her father, so she turned that into an aspect of her perfume. That's amazing.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's a creative way to remember your father, like a legacy. That's so
Yeah.
that's so interesting. Using the senses
Yeah, and forever.
and forever.
Yeah. Remember the first time you came in, there was one particular perfume that I told you is reminiscent of a 21-year-old bottle of scotch.
Yes, I remember that very well.
So at first, you know, it smells like a perfume, but it smells like a perfume made to emulate the smell of scotch.
It's great. I also had the opportunity to be introduced to a perfume that smells like money.
Oh, that's
Yes.
cool.
Yeah, from your shop.
Yes, it was
Wow.
one that we, it was called Complex
Mm-hmm.
by a brand called Bodicea de Victorious, and it smells like money and metal.
Money and metal.
That is so cool.
What's your best seller?
Man, it's right now it's one called Herba Pura. I think in one of the pictures I'm spraying that one.
Oh, okay.
It's a very fruity, musky perfume. It goes on it goes on any skin, whether it's a man or a woman. These niche perfumes are unisex or gender neutral, as they call it. So if you put it on your skin, it will smell more masculine, and if Dana puts it on her skin, it will smell more feminine.
Oh,
It's a special one.
that is awesome.
That is really amazing.
So you want to take a look at some of the bottles, the art that we have?
Let's see it.
Let's see what we got. All right. So this is our first one that we're displaying tonight.
Yeah,
This
that
July
particular
evening.
perfume. Oh, go ahead.
It's called This July Evening.
Yes. And
Gorgeous.
the main note in that one is chamomile. So it's very, very calming, very soothing, very relaxing. Yeah, beautiful perfume.
I mean, the photo itself is so artistic. I mean, it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. When you walk into Osme, which is his shop, you feel like you are in an art gallery. First of all, because there's art in there, some by yours truly.
Yeah.
But you know, the thing is, it really is an art gallery. The way it's set up, it's not at all like you would expect of a perfumery. So let me ask you then, why do you define what you do as art? In other words, because you already mentioned a little bit, you tapped into that, but how do you really define that? How do you defend that as art?
Well, on our website, we consider perfumes as art. So there was one particular line that says that we are curators of liquid art.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
And
So cool.
yeah, so for us, art is not just something that you draw or that you paint, but art is, it's a feeling. Art is a way that you can transport yourself from one place to another. So say, for example, you look at a painting, and that you and that painting, there's a connection between you and the painting. It's bringing you to a particular place.
That's
So
right.
it's the same thing with actual perfume, especially perfumes that are well done and the oil concentration is very high. You may spray that perfume on your skin, and it will transport you to a particular place or a particular time.
Yeah, that's
Amazing.
crazy. It's
And
true.
The artist that has actually made this perfume for you, he's trying to give you a piece of where he's coming from, just like a painter. When a painter paints something, he's trying to give you a piece of him. So
That's
it's
right.
the same exact way with perfume, where he may make a perfume with chamomile.
Wow.
And he was thinking at that time that I want to bring a certain calm to someone that's smelling this. So it's the same way how a painter might paint something with a scenic view, and that scenic view is supposed to give that person a certain amount of calm.
That's right. And you know, Maurice, I think it was Pablo Picasso, who said, you know, when photography became very common, you know, painters who used to only paint realism, they were like, what are we going to do now? There's no point in painting to try to portray reality, because all you have to do is take a photograph, print it, and that's it. So now we're out of a job. So some artists even stopped making art forever until they started thinking, let's stop painting what we see and let's start painting what we feel. So I think your art is right there. It's all about making people feel some kind of way, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. So we have here a question. I think the second one that we have for you might be tap into that. It is. Go ahead, Dana.
Can your perfumes cause different palpable sensations in the wearer and in the one who smells it?
Oh, definitely. So there are some perfumes that are made to evoke certain emotions. So in perfumery, sandalwood is a very light perfume. It's a very common smell to have the smell of sandalwood. So if that's intentionally put into the mix, then it's supposed to be evoking a certain feeling. Eucalyptus. Eucalyptus is used in perfume to uplift. It's something that is very spicy, and it opens up your senses, so to speak. So eucalyptus is one that is used to uplift. Let me see. You have notes like lavender. Lavender is also a very common scent. So when a perfume is actually done with lavender, this particular perfume is not made to go out and party. This perfume is for relaxation. It's to calm your soul. So definitely perfumes are, different notes are used in perfumes to get certain emotion. There is certain, let me see, oud.
Yeah.
Oud is a very sexual and deep and,
So hold on. I have since you're touching, you just said the word sexual.
Yeah.
Okay. We gotta pause a little bit here. Are you saying, are you really saying that there are perfumes that can help kick in the pheromones to attract sexual partners? Is that what you're saying?
So
like a mating call? Is there a mating
call?
So, what are you doing, Maurice?
Good things. What I'm saying though is deep and dark notes are actually used in perfumes to draw in, to arouse certain feelings. That's why sometimes they use musk in perfumes. Musk is very dark. But when it's how it's blended. When musk is used with citruses and ambers, it gives us, whether it's light and fresh or dark and mysterious, but the musk is a base that gives it that sexiness. So definitely it can be used to bring in.
So interesting.
Do you find, like, when you get a lot of clients, that there's guys shopping for girls or girls just shopping for their own? Like, do you see guys trying to like get the right perfume for their lady?
Yeah,
you see that a lot.
Interesting.
I do. It's sometimes
because it's more for the guy really than the girl sometimes, because they're smelling it more on the woman, on their lady.
True.
So it's a gift for both.
Yeah, let me see. I always prefer when they bring their spouses in, because what happens is say for example, you may like chicken and someone else likes pork, then they're gonna like what they like.
Yeah.
When it comes on to when it comes on to shopping for a mate, it's always good to bring that person in so that that person can choose exactly what they like. It's not like what the guy likes, it's really what she likes, and I would actually tailor something that they both would like to smell on each other.
That's a good
All
way.
right.
Yeah, that is the best way. You're
I
right.
like that a lot.
So what are we looking at here? What perfume is perfume is this line?
So that one is from Bodicea the Victorious. And that is a very bold and luxurious oud. When it comes on to oud, that is top of the top.
Oh.
Really?
That it has a pretty hefty price tag, but it's
Gorgeous.
it's amazing.
Wow.
It looks very exotic.
Yeah.
It smells like a wealthy Arabian man.
I was gonna say the gold, the evil eye. It's got that
Or
that
or woman.
vibe. Or woman. That's on the
Now, quick question. Is it true that the best perfumes come in small bottles?
That's a good one.
That's a good
Not
one.
necessarily.
Not necessarily.
So,
Okay.
I think what used to happen back in the day is perfumes that were in smaller bottles were oftentimes a little bit more concentrated.
Oh, I see. The oils and everything.
got a
Yes.
potent.
But now our society, they will have the same thing in a big same exact thing in a bigger bottle.
More
Because people are wearing stuff more, they're using more, they have more money to buy, so it doesn't necessarily have to be confined to a small bottle anymore.
That's
Very
amazing.
cool. Very cool.
So the next one, what about this? What about this? This is more of a smaller,
Yeah.
feminine fragrance.
Huh.
So
Do they have I guess in the presentation of a perfume, in the decisions, do they think like this color is going to spark the interest in women more than in men, for instance?
So it's with niche perfumes, because it's very different than the designer. So the designer perfumes, what they do is they take everything floral. I'm just going to use a rough example.
Yeah.
So they take roses, lilacs, lilies, gardenias, what else? Jasmine, and they put a little bit of woods or citrus in the mix. Because they use so much florals, this perfume will go more towards the feminine.
I see.
Or if it's for a man, the designer houses, they will actually use musk and sandalwood and incense and cedar. That will actually, and maybe just a touch of rose, that will be more masculine.
I see.
But with niche perfumes, there's no feminine and masculine, because
That's
they
cool.
use the equal amounts of woods with and incense with the equal amount of roses to make it a balance.
Wow.
So that if you put it on your skin, it will smell more masculine. If Dana put it on her skin, it will smell more feminine.
Now that's cool.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, being more uniform for all types.
Yeah, and a lot of times, guys, sometimes they feel a little bit apprehensive, but these perfumes have a higher level of oils that will bond and work with the chemistry a lot better. So you don't have to tell people, you should wear roses or you should wear woods. The perfume will work it out, and on your skin, it will,
I always thought, I don't know if it's because I'm an artist and we are here all among artists, I always thought that, who cares? Why is there, like colors, for instance, right? I never had any issues wearing any color. It depends what you wear it with, what you match it with, right? I see colors that way. So would you say that that's what you're saying about perfume? Like, there is no prejudgment on for whom it is, the gender or anything like that. It's about taste.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Cool.
That's cool.
There's no, when it comes down to the perfume notes, there's no masculine notes, there's no feminine notes, but you have a certain perception with people.
Very interesting. Now, I have one question now that is a bit kind of like, we're going to get a little bit, let's say, deep, okay? So, you know, we live in the age of globalization and information, right? And we also live in a world where we can tap into new discoveries. So, as we have so much information, we also have to stay hungry to find out more because we have this overload of information. So on one hand, you have to be like a child who's always curious. On the other hand, you do acknowledge that you have all the information of the world at the palm of your hands.
Your fingertips, yeah.
So we call this some kind of informed naivete. You choose to be naive, knowing that you do have all information at the tips of your hands. So, how do you find the ability to spark this kind of connection and discovery via your art?
Okay. Well, for me, I'm a collector as well as, you know, having the boutique. So I have over 750 perfumes in my home. And
wow.
I have maybe another 2,000 like little samples and stuff that I've tested over the years.
Wow.
Sometimes I would just think to myself, okay, where can I go next? What can I actually, you know, bring into the boutique that's not here before? And it's actually not that hard. Because if you think about, if you're a history person, if you're a history buff, and you sometimes may think, okay, I wonder what they would actually use back in the 17th century, or what would they use back in the 1920s. So by doing a little bit of research to find out, okay, in the 17th century, they used to kind of like crush rose petals, and they would put that in water, in the water fountains in the streets. So me personally, I would actually look at that and say, okay, what perfume will capture that feeling, or I think what would remind me of that, and I would go and try to bring in a couple of new brands that would bring me back to a different time, a different time, sorry, or a different place.
Wow, amazing! So right there, you answered this so well. You're talking about being a scientist, a discoverer, and providing a picture. I mean, you spoke like an artist because your art form as perfume has an incredible ability to tap into the sense of discovery, and that's beautiful. Thank you so much. That was a great description.
Yeah, and it seems very complex with the, you know, the scientific chemical side, and then the childlike. Let's get the petals and let's get the actual, you know, products and blend it together. So it's an interesting, complex art.
Amazing. Oh, whoa, what is this one?
Look at this one. This one's sexy.
Is this Game of Thrones?
So this particular little perfume is it's rose, saffron, oud, and spices from the Middle East.
Wow. I want that.
I want that one too.
The rose used in this is very different than the typical rose from grass. This is rose from it's called Tahitian rose, or Taif rose.
Wow.
From the Middle East. So it has a very distinct smell, but it's also an oud perfume. So from now on, you guys are going to be hearing a lot more about oud.
Oud?
It's something that's been around for the past like 400 years or more.
How do you spell that? Oud.
It's OUD. So let me tell you what it is. It's very interesting.
Isn't it an instrument?
Teach me. What is oud? I don't know.
So it's also an instrument. It's also an instrument,
is it? Okay.
Yeah.
But this oud, imagine you have a tree that grows to be 200 years old, and this tree gets bruised. You know, sometimes by animals grazing, sometimes by another tree falling on it. So when it gets bruised, then it gets a little, it gets infected, so to speak. So the tree, trying to survive, produces a resin that grows over this little infected part.
Wow.
And when that hardens, that is called oud.
Oh, so it's the pearl of trees.
Or the healing place. It's healing. The residue of the healing.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's really the pearl of trees, guys.
Yeah, and it definitely has a particular, very unique smell. So oud is like chocolate by itself.
Wow.
It's not so pleasant.
I see.
But when it's blended with rose and saffron and ambers, then it becomes more palatable. So the best way to think about it is oud is like chocolate.
Yeah.
If you've ever had dark chocolate before, dark chocolate
it's bitter.
It's very bitter. But when you put milk, you put sugar, you put raisins, you put almonds, it creates a beautiful chocolate bar. So that's what oud is in the perfume world.
That's incredible.
Wow, I'm learning a lot. Honestly, this is great.
And oud, is it depending on the tree? Does it have a different smell, or is the oud basically the same smell?
So oud only comes from one tree.
Okay, that's good to know. What tree is it?
It's called the agarwood tree.
Agarwood tree. Okay.
But in you have oud. Malaysian oud smells one way. Oud from Laos smells another way. You have oud from Pakistan and India that also smells different. So every region that has that particular tree will smell ever so slightly different.
How do you cleanse your palate, or your if you're eating sushi, you have ginger. Like when you're smelling all of the smells in your shop, like how do you cleanse your nose in between?
That's right. Does it mess you up?
So at the boutique we have a big jar of Jamaican coffee.
Ah, okay.
But here's where it gets like super interesting. It doesn't work.
No?
Hold on.
It's a myth?
So what's the point?
So I use it as decoration.
Okay.
So when it comes onto cleansing your palate, there is any real perfumery around the world. If you go to France, Italy, Spain, Dubai, wherever, no real place has coffee. Coffee is a myth. Coffee was introduced into perfume, into department stores from way back. I think it was maybe right at the Great Depression when they were trying to move coffee. Okay. So they brought it to the department stores and it actually stuck around, but it does nothing.
Wow.
Interesting.
So what you would actually do to cleanse your palate is to have some water. Or if you don't have any perfume, you would just smell the inside of your own skin. Or or you would do this. And that will actually cleanse your palate. Or you just get some fresh air. But the coffee is a definite myth.
That's awesome. That kind of reminds me of when I was in college, I worked at a restaurant and we did, we didn't have a liquor license, so we did wine. So I got all the wine tastings. Did you know that strawberry and champagne's a myth? Strawberries don't pull the flavors of the champagne to make it.
Really?
Yeah, it's a myth. So that's what that reminds me of.
So I'm confused, guys. It's like my world is like crumbling.
They just want you. It was just a commercial thing.
It's a conspiracy theory.
It's a thing. Now your world's rocked.
I learned something new today.
I know.
What about this guy? This one's a powerful, masculine.
Yeah. Is that a French one?
Yes, it's actually French. It is. It's very spicy. This is all about labdanum, incense, spices. Very, very deep, very mysterious.
Is the label a rose or a flower?
It's a orange.
It's well. This one is more about incense and cardamom. Yes. It's a very powerful, spicy, type of smell.
Wow, this is cool.
Very unique.
This one seems powerful.
Yes,
I'd be
it does.
intimidated with this one. I'm like, should I go smell it? I don't know.
I mean, whenever you write 500 years on anything, it just commands respect.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes.
Yes. Wow. So, Maurice, a little bit about you, really quick. Where were you born?
I'm Jamaican. I was born and raised in Montego Bay, Jamaica. Came to the States when I was 20 years old and went to finish college here. And the rest is history.
Amazing. And how did you become interested in the art of perfume? How did that start for you?
So it's a very interesting story. I actually was traveling. And I've always been into perfume. My dad wore a perfume called Knees 10, and his father used to wear that particular perfume.
Oh,
Knees 10.
Wow, so multi-generational perfume, one perfume.
Yeah, so that perfume, I'll have to bring it from the house. It's a perfume from 1925. It's so well done. Even today, it's just it's a manly man's perfume. Even though perfumes are unisex, but I associate this one with being very manly because of the leather. Or a woman could actually wear it if she is feeling very strong and powerful as well. But I'm just talking about my feeling. So that particular perfume has been in my family for a while.
That's
so
awesome.
I didn't.
So cool.
Yeah, it's actually a niche perfume.
Really?
So it's a niche perfume where that company only makes one thing. So when I would try the Gucci's and the Pradas, I would hold them to like a high standard, and I would dislike a lot of them. So one year I was on vacation and I was telling the guy that, look, I want something special. At the time, I think I used to wear like one of the Dolce & Gabbanas. And I was telling the guy, look, can you give me something special? And he brought me to show me the boutique, and I'm looking around and I'm realizing that I don't know any of these brands. So not one of these brands I knew. So I was like, well, where's the Gucci? Where's the Prada? Where's the Yves Saint Laurent? Where is the Coach?
Yeah.
And he was like, my friend, no, we don't sell those here. So I'm like, I thought you said that you had the good stuff. So he explained to me
The good stuff.
that
The real
perfumes that are designers, like the Gucci's and the Pradas, they just do perfume as an extension of their portfolio.
Oh.
Not because they are an expert in making perfume. So he introduced me to a few new ones, and at the time I was like blown away because this was very unique. They had a richer history. Some of the brands were 200-300 years old.
Wow.
Some were 10 years old, but the quality that it had was a different level. So I kind of got introduced to it because this guy was like, look, you American guy. That's not the good stuff. This is the good stuff.
That's awesome.
So that's how I got introduced into niche. And when I thought about it, I went back and started to do a lot of research, and I found out that perfume that my grandfather used to wear and that my dad wore, Nice was also a very respected niche perfume. So I've always kind of liked the whole, good quality.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's
so
amazing,
cool.
Amazing.
Now, I think, Dana, we have one more question. It's very important, right?
Yes. So I wanted to show you this. This is our manifesto. And the Jada manifesto that we talk about all the time. And
if you agree to this, you can be our friend.
Yeah. Only nothing you have to agree to it, though. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
So one of the points in the Jada manifesto is to promote the sustainability of our careers. So we are not about the starving artists. We promote sustainable art careers. So with that being said, tell our viewers how you are making that happen with Osme and where to find you.
Yeah.
How are you making this happen?
Sustainable careers in the arts, creative field, and all that.
You're doing
How are you making that happen?
Yeah.
You are making that happen. So tell us your secrets.
So pretty much, let me see if I get it right. How do I make this business happen?
In the arts. I mean,
yeah,
in the arts.
Okay.
From self-belief to actualization.
You made it happen, a reality.
Yeah.
So I guess maybe a way for me to answer that is, let me see if I'm gonna get this right.
You can't get it wrong. Any way you put it, we're gonna learn something from Maurice today.
Okay, so what we try to do here at my boutique is help to tell stories of perfume and how they relate to your skin. So when people come to the boutique, it's not about selling the perfume. It is about giving them an experience that they can actually leave with, and at the same time teaching them a little bit about perfume, so that when they leave here, they can go out and talk as if they really know perfume. So anywhere in the world that they go to, they will actually have, a little bit from Osme going out. For example, when someone comes in and they learn about a new frag, or they find a perfume that they love, what a lot of people don't realize is that perfumes are separated into different categories. You have Chypre, Fougere, Woody Oriental, Floral, Gourmand. So when you come in and you find a perfume that you love, when you leave, you will know what genre you belong to. And when I say so it's just like liquor. If you're a drinker, you have Scotch, whiskey, vodka, rum, and the list goes on.
And there's always the beer lovers, which
and the bear
can help them.
Exactly. So you leave here with knowing what your style is, and that little knowledge that you can go to France, Paris, Italy, Spain, wherever, you'll know. Okay, I like Gourmands, or a Gourmand is a perfume that's almost smells like it's edible. It's sweet, like chocolate or vanilla.
Wow.
So when you actually leave, you know what you like, and it's almost like a lesson. So maybe that's what we're doing. We're actually converting people who would necessarily not consider perfume as art into now becoming, interested in art, but just in a different form.
Yeah, you changed my world today.
I know. Tell me about it.
I'm the type of girl that has had 2 perfumes on her shelf her whole life because I stuck with the same thing. But now I'm missing out on this whole artistic experience. The smells, the fragrances, the luxury, there's so much to experience and make it a part of your everyday life. This is so cool.
Yeah, the thing is, and that is why Maurice is our first guest for JadaTV, because it's so unexpected. It's so unexpected.
Wild.
No, it's unexpected for us, right? For people like Maurice who are educated in perfumery, they know it's art. It's been art forever, right? Since
and
ever.
Fashion, probably too.
Exactly. Yeah. But the vast majority of people don't readily assume that that's the case. So Maurice, you mentioned, you used two words that are specifically the words that any artist who is dedicated to their craft is aware of, which is the role of art is to tell stories and to educate. That's exactly what you're doing.
Yeah.
So there you go. It's great to be talking to a fellow artist.
It is.
Amazing.
You are the coolest, Maurice.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
So
I'm only half as cool as you guys, but I'm really trying.
Oh, no. So tell us where we can find you. What's your website? What's your handles?
So the store is Osme, and we're in Wynwood. It's 50 Northwest 24th Street, Suite 111. On, I guess, our IG is Osme Perfumery.
Osme Perfumery, perfect.
And it's the same with Facebook.
Amazing, amazing. I do have one last question.
Sure.
So if I'm so tell me your wildest. Can you tell me like a wildest experience of a customer coming in, like something that stands out to you that was just like crazy that happened? Like they came in, they tried the perfume, and then I don't know. Do you have some fun story like that?
I have a couple stories. So there is.
I'm excited. This is because it's such a crazy, wild experience.
There's one particular story, right, where the guy has been using this one perfume for the past 20 years.
Okay.
And he came in and he sprayed some stuff on. Nothing really caught his attention 100%, because even though he liked it, because he had like this relationship with the perfume that he's been using for the past 20 years, he didn't really want to commit. So I told him to, go ahead, try this one. I think this is in the same vein or the same genre of what you've been using for the past 20 years.
Oh, okay.
So he tried it on his hand. He came back like 4 days later, and he was like, this perfume has not only changed the way how I'm feeling about myself, but it has actually changed the way how my wife is looking at me right now, because his wife hated the perfume that he has been wearing for the past 20 years.
And he lasted for 20 years with that one. That's amazing.
And now all of a sudden he has a perfume that not only he loves the perfume, but his wife is like, for the first time in 20 years, I love what you're wearing.
Wow.
You're saving marriages.
You saved a marriage right there.
It's amazing.
So that was like, a fun story.
And that
that's a great one.
And that had to sell itself because he was with it for 4 days. So he went through the whole story in his mind, and it convinced him that smell alone. You weren't with him every day for 4 days, telling him how awesome it was. It was definitely the fragrance.
Exactly.
Okay,
exactly.
I want one more. You said you have another one?
I have another quick one. So this one, it's this lady came in and she bought a perfume. It was very easy. It was the second one that she smelled. She liked it. It was a very spicy perfume. It was cinnamon, tobacco, musk, and vanilla. Very spicy, very full-bodied, beautiful smell. She came back a couple months later to buy another perfume, not because the perfume was finished, but because she was getting so much attention from the perfume.
Wow.
So she was getting attention from the opposite sex and the same sex.
Wow.
And the reason why she wanted to buy another one was because she says that this perfume is not appropriate for everyday use. It's too sexual.
No, look at that.
So the brand.
What's it called? What's it called?
Yeah. What is it called? Let me write this down.
Okay.
What is it?
The brand is called Initio.
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 Yes, the brand is
INITIO.
It probably looks like a penis nose.
Yes.
Oh no!
Is the bottle shaped like a penis?
No, Dana, you're so. That's not proper.
This is that's what it looks like.
I can tell you don't have one.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a great story.
That's excellent.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say. So the brand is called Initio, and the perfume is called Side Effects.
Side Effects.
It is the only brand that I have in the store that is said to have pheromones, and they actually have gone to get some stuff patented on that brand because it's a brand surrounded by attraction and sex and everything around that subject matter. So that whole brand Initio is based on that. So it was funny because
knowing that you just told people that they can get a perfume that will kick in the pheromones and they can't, people will just chase them around and they just won't have peace. Are you ready to get a lot of orders? Are you like reordering for next week? Because as we air this, you're gonna sell everything.
Yeah.
Come on, let's do it. Let's go.
All right.
Do you recommend people shop perfumes online, or you're like, you gotta come in?
So it's we have this a sample section. Like if you're not sure, you can actually order a sample. But we're pretty hands-on with the IG. So if you give me the perfume that you've worn in the past that you love, I can recommend something for you that is very close or the same genre.
So side effects.
Yeah, so I will help to guide you based on what you like, on what I think, based on what you have liked in the past, then I will choose something that I think you'll like in the future.
Wow, you're a true artisan.
Yeah.
It's been amazing talking to you, learning about this. This was great.
Yeah, man.
This was amazing. Thank you so much, Maurice.
What a great time.
Yeah, man. It was fun. It was fun, definitely.
I'm glad. Well, before we go, we do have to remind our viewers that as Jada, we have a lot going on, right, Dana?
Yeah.
We are promoting, the Jada family is growing. We are doing things all over the world, really. So that everybody knows, Jada Paris, right? During Paris Art Week, Jada is hosting an artist in residence event there. It's going to go from the 19th of October through the 30th of October. And we're going to have an artist in residence program, an art exhibit, and an art talk, basically a conference there for all those 10 days. If anybody would like to know more about that, it's just go to jadaart.org. And also, we have some Miami things going on, right, Dana?
Yeah, so we are in our... Last year, we did our first year in Miami as Jada Art Fair, and we're coming back stronger, better than ever for our second fair. Miami, the first week of Miami, is December 5th?
I believe it's December 5th through the 8th, but it's Miami Art Week.
Yeah, during Miami Art Week, we're going to be there in person. We're going to have the same space that we're worked with last year, but we're going to make it even bigger and better and have some awesome exhibitions. We're doing our artist in residency program, and we're doing our Jada Talks type of scenario just like last year. And we are also doing all of this virtual. So we are aware of the time, so we're definitely going to be doing and streaming virtually for those that want to participate. So go to jadaart.org, like he said, and find out all the cool things we're doing for the remainder of the year. Yeah.
Nice.
All right, Maurice, thank you so much. Can't thank you enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Thanks for having us.
This was awesome. Jonas, do you have anything you want to add? Any final thoughts?
Everybody, wear your masks, because even though you might be fine, there's people who are, you know, because of their age and some health conditions, very important to wear your mask. That's all I have to say.
There you go. Look at him.
All right.
Thank you, everyone, and we'll see you next we'll see you next week on JadaTV.
See you next week, everybody.
Bye.
All right.